All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're looking at best Pokemon cards to invest in this market. Prices are cooling down. You guys are looking how to make smart choices. I can't blame you. Before we jump in, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Check out our website, PokeKingShop.com. We got a bunch of sealed products, a lot of good sales right now, especially on 3-pack blisters. I'm pretty much selling them at retail. Click on our link right here. It's going to direct you to our eBay store. High quality scans, images. You know exactly what you're buying. We're running a sale, 10% off, 3+ cards, and a lot of the cards are already marked down as well. English cards, Japanese cards, a lot of awesome deals. And finally, we have our wholesale group. This is the third link. A lot of questions. Let me quickly address it before we jump into the top investment plays. Two different tiers, Elite and Starter. Both have access to the exact same catalog. This is for in-stock stuff only, no pre-orders as of now. The biggest benefit of being an Elite is you get our cheapest pricing at all times. I pretty much sell to our Elite members at cost. Starter pays a tiny bit more, so if you are buying tons of cases, to give you guys an example, I had one guy order 30 prismatic SBC cases, and the difference between Elite and Starter is $25 a case. So you multiply 25 times 30 cases. You could see it is much better value spending $100 more being an Elite than it would be for Starter. Again, if you're just getting started out, you want cheaper prices than eBay, join Starter. Hopefully that answers any questions. If you guys have any other questions, make sure to email me, but that should address the biggest concerns from people who have been emailing. Let's jump in. We have Mega Greninja Chaos Rising. This is an absolute steal in the current market. You know, I look at the fact that we have booster boxes that are now, like the top chase card is selling the same prices of a booster box. That is insane. Like, let's stop for a minute and let's put that into perspective. People are spending $200 to buy a booster box for a chance to hit the Mega Greninja. This card has dropped 60% in the past 3 months, and you are now able to just outright buy the top chase card. So it's like, why are you buying the booster box? Now, my strategy is very simple with Pokemon. It's always diversify. But I'm going to be entirely honest with you guys. I've been slacking on the single card buys because, I mean, the opportunities are here. You know, sealed has went down a little bit, but everybody knows booster boxes are expensive. So what? Chaos Rising went from $250 to $200 a box, $210 a box, $220. But the Greninja opened out the gate at $600. Now that's unsustainable, but I think a more realistic price is like that $350, $450 range. It's now $200, even $250. Realistically, you could get them for like $220. Again, I always take TCG player pricing with a grain of salt because, you know, this copy could be very off-centered, etc. That's why I always recommend buying on eBay. You know, my biggest recommendation is buy from stores that do the scans. What we started doing is we upload hundreds of singles every single day, and you know this is the exact card that you are going to receive. You have high-definition scans. You could tell immediately right there there's a little speck of white. So, you know, if you're looking to grade the cards, etc., maximize on value, the stores and businesses that are putting in this level of effort to create trust and transparency, I think over the long haul are going to win. And we've seen incredible amounts of success, especially with our summer sale. You use code PKS Summer Sale, add 3 cards, get an extra 10% off. Yeah, it's been fantastic. But circling back, Mega Greninja, you can't beat it. And to give you guys a comparable as well, Pitch Black boxes right now are cheaper in the market than Chaos Rising. However, Mega Darkrai is more expensive. And, you know, this card has also dropped. It's down since release about 26%, but it's holding up very well. This reminds me of the Crown Zenith Giratina style, and I think Mega Darkrai, it's a one-and-done type of release. You know, this isn't a Charizard where, you know, every couple of sets, Pokemon's going to give you a set centered around Charizard. Mega Darkrai, like, if you want it, it's pitch black. And the fact that the price is holding up so well, whereas the Greninja has just dropped. The reason why this has happened is because Chaos Rising has been out for a longer time, so there's been more time to open packs, more packs being opened, which in turn causes there to be a greater supply. And what you could see is for the Mega Greninja, there's 210 sellers, whereas the Mega Darkrai, there's only 100. So when there's fewer sellers, there's less undercutting, and that's what keeps the prices high. Right now, everybody's dumping the Greninjas. Not sure why. Again, not sure why. But yeah, it's a really good opportunity. You have twice as much supply. There's a lot more pressure to lower the price, so it's an excellent buying opportunity. And this almost reminds me of exactly what happened with the Mega Charizard. You know, nobody cared about this guy in December, January. The prices collapsed. Okay, I don't know exactly. We're going to have to take a look at the market price history, but I think it was around 800, and then it dropped to maybe like $400 or $500. Let's see here. Let's go. Now we're going to have to look at the 1-year chart. 800 upon release, and then it hit a low of 450. So yeah, quite a big drop, and you could see immediate rebound. And again, this is the top chase card in Phantasmal, so you are going to see the same exact thing happening with the Mega Darkrai and the Mega Greninja. So again, can't really go wrong. I'd hold off on buying the Mega Charizard right now. There definitely are better plays. If you have $800 to work with, don't just buy the Mega Charizard. You know, I'd much rather have a few Greninjas, a few Darkrai's, you know, illustration rares, which we're about to discuss here. You know, Slowbro, one of my favorite cards. Some days, you know, you got to ask yourself the question, would I rather have 2 packs or just buy a Near Mint Slowbro? Near Mint Slowbro could get them under 20 bucks. Me personally, with my investment strategy, I've been investing very heavy in Japanese art rares. But lately, I've been kind of shifting my focus to English because I think a lot of these prices, they're becoming very attractive price points. Like Japanese for the longest time has been super undervalued. You could see right now what's going on with the new Rayquaza set that just released, and prices are sky high. But a lot of older art rares are still super affordable, and you know it's been doing extremely well in our eBay store. People are beginning to buy up these cards. We saw dozens of Japanese art rares every single day on our eBay store. But I'm beginning to shift focus, and I want to start buying English as well, because again, you know, packs are still holding up pretty high. We're not at $4 pricing, but some of these illustration rare pricing, I mean, this is a what, 2 times multiplier. So if a pack costs $8, 2 packs or a Slowbro, I think a lot of people in the current market, they would just buy the card that they want. So yeah, this is an attractive price. Slowbro is going to perform extremely well. Clefairy is another excellent example. You know, this is perfect order. Best of breed, you know, no, not even close. Top chase cards aren't there, but kind of the mid-tier level rarity hits, which is the IRs. I think that is the backbone of the Mega Evolution sets. And Perfect Order is attractive because this Clefairy is top tier. This is an S tier artwork. You know, this was on my watch list slash buy in like the high 20s, low 30s. Let's see here. Yeah, like right around, let's say June. But now the prices have dropped even further because you see a lot more downward pressure. And now this to me is fully a buy. This is fully a buy. In the beginning, I was still waiting because usually when I jump in and I make investments, like I'm buying more than one copy, I'm buying quite a lot of copies. This is a really attractive price point. I think people are like, oh, it's perfect order, it's trash. But don't look at the set, look at the card too. You know, obviously the set's important. I'm not saying it's not. But I mean, this Clefairy artwork at this price, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Like, this is one of the best, if not the best illustration rares, probably out of the last like 3, 4, 5 sets. So I like it a lot. Another great example of opportunity in the markets, the first partner series. I love the Totodile. I sold out on my eBay store, anywhere from $30 to $35. Right now you see, oh, but TCG has them for 20. The issue again with TCG is, you know, people could be dumping off-centered copies, you know, not in the best condition. They could have flaws, etc. People who are looking to grade, you're not going to hit a pristine 10 buying a random card off a TCG player listing. But if you go to my store, you know exactly what you're getting. You could zoom in. You have the scans. You could see that the cards we sell are very well centered. You know, this is why my eBay store has been growing so fast, is because the transparency and also actually selling grade-worthy copy cards for a fraction of the price. That's why I'm not too concerned about, you know, what other people sell for. I think this whole word of, oh, that's the market price. You know, the market price, it's always changing. It's not a fixed price. The Totodile price could move every single day. But what you got to realize is, like, 10 years down the line, let's say this card's $100. You're not going to care if you paid 35, 25, 27, or 20. You know what I mean? You're going to care that you bought the best quality, that you bought the nicest card, because those are the people who win. Long term, imagine this, right? Gold Star Charizard today. Crazy good card. Super rare. The people who have those near mint, gem mint 10 copies, they made the most money because they paid the most to get a good condition card many years ago. Whereas the people who are cheaping out, you know, getting the crap condition cards just because it was a lower price or a cheaper price, they didn't make as much as those who bought, you know, top 10 pristine quality type of card. Last thing before we wrap this video up, I love the Goldeen from Pitch Black. It's a very honorable mention. I like what the Pokemon company's doing. Again, circling to this idea of like the backbone of the set. You know, instantly when this card came out, I thought of the Psyduck. And this is interesting. I don't know if there's a strategy on Pokemon company's part, but they're kind of like interconnecting these sets, you know, creating like some kind of ecosystem where, you know, people who want to collect water type Pokemon, you now have all these cool Pokemon that are just in the water. Psyduck from Ascended Heroes, the reason why I'm mentioning both is, again, not everybody has $100 to shell out on one illustration rare card, but this one at $12 near mint, super attractive. Sure, it's probably not going to go up as much as Psyduck because it's not as iconic, but just from an artwork standpoint, great job. Attention to detail is really cool. You know, you got the fish swimming. Very nice card at $12. Can't really complain. Again, another one that I'm considering building up big positions in, because I think long term, you know, just for the average collector, like, you don't just need Charizard, Umbreon, Gengar. You know, have a plethora, have a nice collection, have a ton of different Pokemon, like enjoying the hobby as well. I think a lot of times these investor bros, they get so hung up on just like looking at these market price history charts. That's another thing you guys will see in my videos is the entire video, I'm not just talking to you about the prices. Like obviously we'll mention it, but many of the times I like to actually discuss what's going on in the market because I think that, you know, having the knowledge and expertise and understanding the trends, patterns, etc., that's going to do you so much better than me just reading off, oh, on July 14th, this was $18. Like that doesn't provide any value to you as the end user or viewer of those videos. So hopefully you guys are enjoying kind of the more in-depth discussions. But yeah, Goldeen, like I said, a really cool card. I am considering building up nice positions. It's going to take time. The biggest disadvantage with this card is not even the price point. It's just the time. I think it's going to stay cheap for quite some time. But again, if you are looking to build up positions, just buy it. You know, who cares if the card goes from 10 to $8 or from 10 to 12? Like, it's not going to matter. The people who just have the cards are the ones who are going to win. And obviously, Ascended Hero Psyduck. This one I'm going crazy on. I think I bought like 100 copies of the Japanese version because it's so much better value. It's the exact same thing. You know, I need to do a follow-up video on Japanese cards for you guys because I think, I'm not going to say English is overpriced, but I think Japanese in the current market is still very much underpriced. And yeah, I've even seen it from my own sales. Like Japanese cards are selling substantially faster than English because it's literally the exact same thing. And you know, you're buying the card for the artwork, not for the text. You don't when you see this card, you don't care about the attack move. And I think for value-based collectors, Japanese is the way to go. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. As always, guys, if you guys do want to shop, it's the second link in our eBay store. Click that. Check out some of our singles. If you don't like anything I have for sale, go buy from somebody else just by hitting that link and completing a purchase on eBay. Help support the channel. And obviously, make sure to join the English wholesale group if you guys want to get access. We are right around the corner from 30th anniversary, and I'm still accepting applications, but I will be closing this off. I will be closing off these tiers because I do want to make sure that I'm supplying every existing member who's been in the group, been supporting, etc. with 30th anniversary product. I know a lot of people are going to try to join 3 days before, and there's going to be an influx. What I'm going to do is just cut it off. So if you want to get in, we're closing in on that day, make sure you get in. Again, starter elite, same thing. It's just like if you know you're a high intent buyer, if you're spending thousands of dollars, don't waste your time. Join right away to Elite. You're going to get the biggest savings. If you're just getting started out, you know, you want to buy a case here and there, you want to save $100, $200, whatever, join Starter. You will benefit greatly, especially with 30th anniversary right around the corner. But yeah, that's all I have, guys. Probably my favorite pick from today's video is going to be the Mega Greninja from Chaos Rising, Clefairy from Perfect Order, and I'm going to say Totodile from the First Partner Illustration Series 2. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to catch you guys on the next one.